Back when Herpa produced old generation aircraft models, they produced quite a lineup of Southwest Airlines aircraft models, and even when they switched to their new generation models, they continue to do so. These days are, however, long gone, but we do still have some of these models around, and today we can take a look at one of them. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 737-700 of Southwest Airlines. At the front of the box we have a lovely image of the aircraft in real life, and underneath that we find the Southwest Airlines branding. Then on the back side of the box we find the image once more, and we are provided with the original dimensions of the aircraft as well as some additional information. So that's it for the box. Let's take a closer look inside and at the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Boeing 737-700 of Southwest Airlines in the Slam Dunk 1 livery. The airframe carried this livery until 2010. After that, the aircraft was repainted into the standard livery of Southwest Airlines, and the aircraft model from Herpa Wings was created back in 2007. So with that out of the way, let's take a closer look at the aircraft model itself to see what it actually has to offer. And as always, we start our tour around the aircraft model with a look at the tail section, where we on the vertical stabilizer find the old Southwest Airlines branding, or the Southwest Airlines branding that was in use when this livery was still applied to the aircraft. What we also can find here is the flag of the United States of America, and then on the fuselage we have the full registration code of the aircraft, and towards the very tail of the aircraft a little bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. At the front of the aircraft and across the fuselage we then have integrated into the color scheme this large basketball with the NBA logo on it, and that was because the livery was introduced back in 2005 as part of a 5-year sponsorship deal between Southwest Airlines and the NBA, and they christened the aircraft Slam Dunk 1, and the name of that can be found underneath the cockpit windows. And that leads us to the cockpit section itself, which has the cockpit windows, and that's about it. The engine nacelles continue the color scheme of the fuselage and have the silver leading edge printed on. That looks nice, but of course I would have loved to have some more, for example, safety relevant markings printed on as well, but we don't get that here. However, the physical detailing is rather nice in my opinion. For example, also here when we look into the front, where we very nicely can see the engine fan blades. Then on the fuselage just above the wings we have the emergency exit printed on, which leads us straight to the wings, which we should also take a closer look at. Starting off with the top side, where we can see the different flaps, slats and spoilers have been carved out rather nicely, and although we don't really get any printed details, I do actually quite like the colored in pylons, which we also can very nicely see from the underside, and here also we see some lovely physical detailing. And then the 737-700 has also been fitted with winglets, which I think Herpa has recreated rather nicely as well. The landing gear is the standard landing gear that Herpa used for all their 737s at the time this model was released. This means way oversized wheel sets on the main landing gear, but I do like the detail of the colored in wheel caps, and the front landing gear in my opinion looks pretty decent. And of course when it comes to printed details, well, it helps with the color scheme, but we are missing some digits from the registration code that otherwise would have been displayed here on the real aircraft. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here at the back of the aircraft and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Boeing 737-700 of Southwest Airlines in the Slam Dunk 1 livery from Herpa Wings in scale 1 to 500. And what can we say about this aircraft model? Overall, I quite like this aircraft model. Yes, it is not the current 737 mold from Herpa Wings, which definitely is much better than what we have here. But I mean, it is what it is, and we don't really get new Southwest Airlines models, so we don't really have an alternative. The print quality of this aircraft model, yes, it does lag behind when it comes to actual details of an aircraft and not just the livery, but the print quality itself is really awesome from Herpa Wings. Especially what I like here is the print around the basketball. Herpa has done extremely well in replicating the dotted surface of a basketball, and it really shows nicely on this aircraft model. And yes, they have achieved this purely in the print, so you wouldn't be able to feel it if you touched the aircraft model. I'm telling you, this is impressive stuff. If they put half as much effort into their current models as they did with this model, we wouldn't have any issues with Herpa today. But I digress. Is this a perfect model? By no means. It comes with the usual weaknesses of a Herpa Wings model from 2007, but it doesn't mean that it is a bad model. Ultimately, the things it does well, and since we don't have many other alternatives, I would say yes, the aircraft is worth having in one's collection. Now with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated, and of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.